Hi, I'm your Korean friend Haley. Today we're going to learn double final consonants. This one. This is 닭, chicken. But we learned tigut and but we haven't learned 릴 and 기억 together, right? We haven't. So I'm going to tell you how to pronounce this and you can read it after this lecture, okay? So let's start. So this is the part one. 기억시오, 니은질, 리을비읍, 리을시오, 리을티읕, 비읍시오. There are two consonants, right? This is in the last consonants. And this is an example of these words. You can see 기억시옷 in the last consonants, right? And then 니은지읒 in the last, right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you how to read this one. You already know how to read it, but you don't know this rule. I'm going to tell you. The first one, you can read all these consonants with the first one. This is 기억, 니은, 리을, 비읍. With the first consonant. For example, this is, two consonants. I don't know how to read it. It's okay. You just only read the first one. 너. It's okay. Yeah, this is the right way to read it. So this is how to read this. It's just 너. Okay? And 안다. You can read only this. So 안. Just 안. Good. Okay? But in here, you have another one in here, right? You have to read it not 다. You have to read it 따. Okay? With double this one. Okay? This is only one word. This is only a word, right? So you don't have to change anything in the back. But with this one, you have to change it with the double. Okay? You can understand it when you read all these parts. Okay? 여덟. Just read the first part. 여덟. Okay? And 외골. Just read the first one. So 왜 it's just you can read it as the same. 왜 and 골 like this. 외골. Okay? Good. And look at this. This is 다. This is verb. So you have to change it a little bit like a double. Okay? So 할다. How to read it? Only the first one. Okay? So 할 and change it with the double. 할다. Okay? And this one. This is 비읍 and 시옷, right? And this is 비읍 시옷 and this is 비읍 시옷. But this is the noun and this is the verb. So you have to, in here, you just read the first one, up, and you have to change it, the 다 as 따. So 없다. Okay? And this one, you just only read the 비읍, the first one, okay? So it goes to 갑. Okay? Let's read it together one more time. 너, 안따. Okay? 여덟, 외골, 할다, 갑, 없다. Okay? Good. And this is, as I told you, this is part one. I'm gonna tell you part two. Okay? Part two. Welcome to part two. This is part one. The part one's the important part. So let's split this one. So split part one and part two. In the part one, the rule is just you only read the first one. Okay? But in the part two, you can guess how to read it, right? Because it's part two, it won't be like reading the first one. It's reading the second one, right? Good job, everyone. You got this. Okay. The 기억, 미음, and 비읍, and you know everything has exception. So in here, the number 10 is exception. I'm going to tell you how to read it in the last, okay? So till here, let's do till number 9, okay? So 닭, this is 닭. 닭 is chicken, my favorite. So 닭, how to read it? only the second one. 닭, 닭. And in here, oh, let's come here a little bit. Come here. Okay, good. This is 삼. So only reading number 2. 삼. And this is only reading the second one. 밥. So reading the number 2, 비읍. So this is 밥. And you know this is 다. It ends with the 다. So it has to 밥다. Okay? 밥다. And the last, always exception. I don't know why, but language always has exceptions. So in here, this is not lir, this is not piu when we're pronouncing. It has to be piu. Why? I don't know. We just pronounce in that way. So 읍다. So we don't pronounce lir and piu either. No, we don't read it. So 읍, and it ends with the 다, so it has to be 읍다. Okay? 읍다. Okay? So let's read from the top together, okay? 닭, 삼, 밥다, 읍다. Okay? Good. So everyone, you got this rule, right? So I'm gonna sum up. In here, let's come here. Okay. So we learned double final consonants, right? So this is part 1, this is part 2. As I told you, part 1, we read the first one, first consonants. So we read in this way, right? And this is part 2. As I told you before, this is reading the second one, but exception in the 10, right? This is piu. Sorry about that. I don't know why, okay? And you have to know in the verb, you have to change the second one is like a double. Like if there's a ta, it has to be ta, okay? And this is very simple explanation of double final consonants. I hope you understand it and see you in the next time, okay? Okay, thank you for coming to my class, and if you have any comments on my video, please let me know. I'm always reading your comments. Thanks for the comments always, and see you in the next time. 친구들, 안녕!